Dear students, now we will start second part of unit 4, that is approaches to security. So in the last section we have seen some of the problems associated with providing the security to the mobile computing. Now in this section we will see the several approaches taken to protecting the data. Okay, so in this first topic is limit the signal. So limit the signal means to protect the data is to limit the accessibility of the signal, means the access of the signal is given to the authorized users only. Okay, non-authorized users cannot access this data. So that is a limit the signal, means this means restricting who can use this signal on the wire. So in this first thing is wire integrity and tapping. So in a traditional Ethernet, signals do not radiate far beyond the wire. So eavesdropping, as we have seen the concept of eavesdropping. So eavesdropping requires the physical proximity to the network cache and physical tapping onto the line. Okay, so this is done by splicing into the line from between the sender and the receiver. Okay, so when the sender and the receiver are communicating with each other, then the attacker will eavesdrop that signal. So how will protect this? So tapping can be detected by change in the electrical resistance in the wire. Okay, second thing is wires can be placed inside protection contact, making it harder to tap. We can make this as a harder that that attacker cannot make splices in this, cannot tap this wire. And third solution is the contact can be pressurized with an inert gas. Okay, so that is the wire integrity and tapping. Next is physical limitations. So the problem becomes physically limiting who has access to the machines or to the endpoint once the problem of tapping of the wire between endpoints has been addressed. So machine need to be run secure. So for that purpose we have to use the username password for that for our machine. Okay, second thing, if we are logging out or if you are not present in front of our machine in lunch time or in anything, so we can switch off our computer or we can lock our screen or log out from the screen, so that unauthorized users cannot access our computer. Okay, next thing is we can use a behavior based intrusion detection system that detects the changes in the usage pattern. So the problem in public computer areas or lab still exists, and the unauthorized user can unplug the cable to a protected computer and plug it into her own. So third possibility is that the attacker can use their floppy disk or their CD-ROM for booting their machine, their legitimate machine, and they can run our PC by using that floppy disk and hard disk. So we have to take care of these things. And if our information then the next strategy is, if the information is important, so we can use the additional protection technique, like we can use the cameras, or we can keep the human guards. Okay, so to increase protection further, the data on the network should be encrypted, so that even if there is a physical breach of the network and someone can eavesdrop, the stolen data will be meaningless. Okay, so we have to use the encryption techniques. We have to install the antivirus software on our machine, as well as in the organization we have to use the firewall, so that unauthorized user cannot access our data. So these are the physical limitations. In the next section we will see encryption. So thank you so much.